Hello, everyone. Hello, Mrs. A. Thank you for this opportunity to share my testimony. It's my testimony, but each time I share it, I'm very emotional, and it baffles me every time, to be honest. Um, and each time I'm sharing, I'm always panicking. It's. Thank you. I think I came across a video on YouTube, a King's woman. I'm not Nigerian, by the way, I'm Cameroonian.
It's not a Nigerian
Okay.
meeting.
Sorry. So after watching King's woman, I came across Mrs. A. For some reason, she was just different. So I decided to research, but who is this lady? I searched for her on YouTube. That was about 6 years ago. And once I encountered her, I was Catholic then. And where I'm coming from, Cameroon, I don't really know anything when it comes to apostolic and, but I'm different now, thank God, So, yeah. So I realized that she had other videos on YouTube, and I kept, watching them over and over. I was learning how being a Catholic, not really knowing what the word was, it's just religion anyway. So, but there was something deeper. I kept watching her videos. By then, I had my daughter. She was 5 years old, and that's 2015. And I actually had an issue, when my daughter was born. 6 months down the line, I never had periods. So I went back to the hospital, and NHS said that my body was readjusting, that it was normal, but 1 year down the line, still no periods. For some reason, I had really engaged Mrs. A on YouTube. Just because I had engaged her, I felt there was something. It was not just about those periods. There was something not right with my system. I kept going to NHS back and forth, and they kept telling me that no, that it was okay, that people's systems are different. I told them that no. But unfortunately, they will not understand. I kept telling them that there is something wrong with me. I don't know what it is. And that was 2015. 2016, that's a year, no period. But I kept on with Mrs. A. Mrs. A's videos played in my house Monday to Sunday. And my husband was like, how can you listen to one message 7 days a week? I said, because I need to get deep into it. I need it to sink. I'm not, my 5-year-old is here. If I tell a lie, she's going to call me out, And I will watch one video. That was how desperate I was to learn and be a new person. Morning, afternoon, evening, I had all sorts of alarms on my phone for this video, for this time. And 2017, I kept at it watching. My life was transforming. I had been going to the hospital back and forth from not having periods, NHS now, and I was going to the hospital every 2 months. They were checking. And I went for a scan. They said I had scar tissues. That was the first thing. That was 2 years in. I kept watching those videos. I was praying. I had not known Mrs. A, And then 3 years down the line, still no periods. The problem just kept piling. NHS said, okay, you don't have periods. Now you are not, they said I wasn't ovulating. From not ovulating, they said I had a blockage. From that, they said that maybe, you cannot imagine, they said that maybe I was menopausal. At what age? And because of the videos that I had been watching, I was more aware of who I was. So I kept rejecting all those negative reports. And then finally they told me that they think that I'm infertile. I said, how can I be infertile after having such a lovely baby girl? My daughter then was about 4. And one time there was one video I watched. After watching that video for a week, non-stop. Before now, I had left NHS. I decided to go to a private clinic. We researched for the best in the UK on Harley Street. We went to Harley Street. the doctor's report were even worse than what NHS was telling me, you know. And the doctor said there was something he could do. I was going to go through an operation under full anesthesia. But we kept believing, and all the reports NHS gave me, no periods, no ovulating, infertility, blockage, scar tissues. In short, a long list. There are so many others. Oh, yes. You can't believe they told me one of my ovaries just disappeared. How can my ovary just up and run? You know. Yeah, it sounds funny now, but it's not funny if they tell you one of your ears has just disappeared. You know, so. I was always, you know, it was a painful experience, and you can't believe, even one time NHS used me as a guinea pig for one of their experiments because of what I was going through, but still yet no results. When I mean no results, I mean no drop of blood came out of me just to even, you know, I had gone for two, I think for two non-invasive operations where they had scraped some of the tissues out. After six months down the line, the tissues doubled. They returned even worse. And then I think 2000 and I want that date, May 2020. After watching one of those videos for a week, I slept off. And in my dream, now I know what it is, deliverance. I was vomiting maggots, spiders, funny insects. It was so real, you know, it wasn't a dream, it was real because I felt it. I woke up shouting, I called my husband, he's here with me. I told him that I had a funny encounter. I told him that I had a funny encounter and that I dreamt, and I've been watching this lady, Mrs. A, in short, all of us knew her at home then. And that I was vomiting maggots and funny things, and it was so real, and it was in this house. So immediately, the spirit told me to contact Mrs. A. You know, I just said, you know what, I'm going to contact her. I contacted her. I told her that, you know what, Mrs. A, you don't know me, but this is what happened. And this is my journey with you on YouTube for the past 3 to 4 years. And I couldn't believe it. She responded instantly without even asking, well, who are you? She just gave me a scripture that I should read, Matthew 13, 24 to 25. That anything that has been sown in my life should be uprooted. And I did that for 3 months non-stop. Then I decided, I told her that, you know what, and she told me that I should join SALT, and I did. On SALT, can you believe Mrs. A said, by then she had not met me, you know, when she heard what was happening, you know, she gets so emotional when testimonies. She was amazing, and because of that, the healing was going on then, even though I wasn't seeing anything physically. I'm getting somewhere. And when I joined SALT, at the end when she was praying, she said, there's someone here that has a gynecology issue. You know, I just woke up, I shouted that that's me. I took a scissors, I tore my dresses open, and I put my hand on my womb. I said, that is me, and I'm connecting. And whatever is in me must come out. You know, I was on the floor. I was on the floor with my laptop. I was crying as she was saying it. And then Harley Street who had booked me for an operation. In short, I had operations booked everywhere all over UK, you know. And then on this day, I woke up, I was feeling unwell. You know, that was in the midst of COVID. I was really feeling unwell. I went to work, came back. The next day, I woke up again. I told my husband that this house thinks there's something not right. He said, but the house is clean. I said, it's smelly and I'm feeling funny. So that day, anyway, I just decided to buy a pregnancy test. I don't know what, it just dropped in my spirit. I'd been tired of buying tests all over the years because it was one negative, and then I wasn't still ovulating. I had no periods. NHS had written me off. The private clinic had written me off. At least Mrs. A did not write me off. We're praying still and believing that something will happen. And then, when I went to work that day, I popped out. I had a meeting, and I realized I bought a pregnancy test. He said, no, well, let me just try. Behold, I was pregnant. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. A. Thank you. Thank God. Thank you. Yeah, she's here. So, yeah, the baby. Yeah. So, and I realized then that I was 3 months pregnant unknowingly, and I had to go through a C-section. And during the C-section, you remember the maggots I was throwing? It was real, to tell you that God is amazing. When they took out the baby, the surgeon, she screamed and she apologized for shouting. She came and said for all her years, she has never seen anything like this. So, and they had not even... Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And they're a beautiful family. They came to see me.
Thank you. Thank
Brother
you very
Desiree.
much.
And he doesn't have to say I'm not from Nigeria because he knows it doesn't matter. And that's Ikebel.
So when the surgeon screamed, they had not even closed me up. She could not believe what she saw. She said my organs had been decayed for the past 5 years because they left this girl's placenta in me. And
Doctor, come up.
So she kept saying, but how did you, my husband is here because he was there. She kept going on and on, how did you survive? How did you get pregnant? She asked like a million questions. But, you know, we knew where our healing was from, and we knew who had done it.
God.
Yes, God had done it. Anyway, we're not ashamed
Let
to
me
say
ask
that.
a doctor, give me the right answer because I know it. If you miss it, she's a pediatrician. How many days do you survive with a placenta in you?
Not even days, Mrs. A. Not her. A person would have died of what we call overwhelming sepsis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If that.
Another doctor there.
Yeah.
5 years, yeah.
How long?
I'll say hours.
Hours?
Yes.
She said 5 years.
Yeah. 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah. 20 years.
Where, I mean, are you here? You're with me. What do you do when you hear this kind of thing? Yeah. All the glory must be to the Lord, for he is worthy of our praise. No man on earth should give glory to himself. All the glory must be to the Lord. Thank you so much, Brother Desiree. Thank you for your support.